Hi, my name is Debbie. Welcome to the channel. I'm a full-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Depop. I'm just beginning my journey and I want to share it with everyone so that you can be with me from the beginning and as I progress. What I'd like to do today is show you some of the clothes that I have sourced and what I paid for them and what I'm hoping to list them for. And we'll just go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to show you is this shirt by FootJoy. FootJoy is one of the brand names that you're going to want to remember. It's a very good brand name to resell. Their logo looks like this. It's just an F and a J, kind of stylized. It doesn't say FootJoy, but if you see this logo, then that is FootJoy. I sourced this for around $4, and I'm going to be listing it for $27. I list the same price on all three sites that I do, which is eBay, Poshmark, and Depop. This is a size large, which is a good size to source. It's got a nice color block to it, and it should sell fairly quickly. So if you're out there and you see FootJoy, grab it up and put it onto your site. It's a good one. The next thing that I have sourced is a pair of jeans. These are Levi jeans. These are Levi's, and they are 541s, Levi 541s. What's unique about these is the Levi, I don't know if I can get you to see that or not, but Levi's is all in caps. It's what they call the Big E. The Big E is very sought after by buyers. And so that should make these go fairly fast. They are newer. They're not the Y2K. They're not vintage. They're newer. But they do have the Big E, which is sought after. I did pay a whopping $12 for these, and but I'm going to list them for $45. So if you see the Levi's out there with the Big E, grab those up because they're well sought after. The next pair of jeans that I have is a pair of Buffalo David Bittons. These are brand new jeans. They still have the tags on the back of them. So if you see any Buffalo David Bittons, this is the Axel brand. They're size 34-32, which is a good size to sell. And these are, I paid about $6 for these, and then I'll list them for about $35. They should go fairly quickly. What I'd like to do is try to get as many brand names out there to you as possible, so that you can, when you're out there sourcing, you can look for these brand names. These brand names have been recommended to me from other sellers, and they're the ones that I'm going to be putting on my site. Another good brand name is the Polo Ralph Lauren. And these are a pair of black jeans. Black is the color right now. Everybody wants black jeans. And like I say, Polo Ralph Lauren is a very good name to look for. I don't know if that'll show up on there or not, but it says Polo Ralph Lauren on it, on the jeans. And it also says it on the tag inside of the jeans. Don't be afraid when you're buying jeans. These are in new condition, but don't be afraid if you're buying jeans to buy things that have the knees blown out of them, the distressing on the front where it's lighter than the rest of the jeans. People like that. In fact, the more distressed and the more fading that there is on the jeans, the better. These Ralph Polo jeans I paid $7 for, and I'm going to be asking about $30 for those. Now these were a real find. These are Lee jeans, and they have a blue tab on them. They're the old Lee leather patch jean, as opposed to the newer style that doesn't have the cowhide leather patch jean. That is what buyers are looking for. And they have a blue tab in the front that says Lee. That dates these jeans. That dates these jeans to the 1990s, the beginning of the 1990s. And you can see there's a good fade on these jeans as well. And they are I paid $5 for these jeans. Because they're 1990s, they're going to go for $45. So if you see Lee jeans with a blue tab, definitely pick them up. I wouldn't pick up all Lee jeans, but the ones with the blue tabs and also the white tabs you can pick up. This is a pair of Lee jeans with the white tabs. I paid $4 for these. Again, it has the leather patch on the back, the cowhide leather patch, which makes them older. And then on the front, there is a white tab right here. And that puts the date of these to about the late 1990s. Again, well sought after Y2K pair of jeans, the Lee jeans. I found these both at the same thrift store on the same day. And like I said, I paid $4 for these, and I'll probably ask about $30 for them. So some of the Lee jeans are worth picking up if you see them out there. Next, I have a Woolrich fishing shirt. Woolrich this is a vintage fishing shirt. They're well sought after. It has the flap in the back for comfort. And the Woolrich fishing jacket is, I picked this up at one of our local thrift stores here in Ohio. I'm in Ohio, by the way. And I paid $9 for this new. But I'm going to be asking $45 for it. Woolrich is a brand that people really like and that you want to be looking out for when you're sourcing. And then I was sourcing at my local cancer thrift store the other day, and I found a Seattle Seahawks hoodie. And I had to pay $9 for this one. But as you all know, the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, and so it's well sought after. And I'll probably list this one for around $39 or $40. But pick up anything with Seahawks. This is a Nike, and I pick up anything with Seahawks on it. I've been doing this for approximately 2 months now. Is all I've been doing this for, and everything that I find Seahawks that I get, it sells right away. So Seahawks is something you want to be looking out for, and also the Nike brand. And if you combine those two, it makes a really great find. And the piece de la resistance, so that I call it, is these plug jeans. Plugg, plug. They're shorts. They're actually shorts. Cargo shorts. And these are Y2K. And the way I know that is the tag on the front has the palm trees. And if you see the plug logo with the palm trees, that is a Y2K brand. I found these at a garage sale. Never discount going to garage sales to find clothes. Because I picked these up for 50 cents and they'll probably sell for around $25. So that's all the things that I have to show you today. I know I've been talking a lot about Y2K. For those of you who aren't familiar with the dates that Y2K is, it's like 1997 to the first half of 2004. That is considered Y2K. It's very desirable right now, and you should be looking out for it. The places that I go to source is the local thrift stores. I go to several different local thrift stores. Some of the smaller ones are better than some of the bigger ones. You'll find things there that you won't find at the bigger thrift stores. And garage sales are another good place to go. Looking in your own closet at the things that you don't need anymore is a great place to start. That's how I got started, was looking in my closet and listing things that were in my closet. Also online, you can source like through Facebook Marketplace, or even on some of the sites that you list on. For example, sometimes I find really good deals on Depop, and then you can turn around and resell those items. One place that a lot of people don't think about that is a good place to go is Plato's Closet, which is a resell. They resell teen clothing, but you can find a lot of good brands there. It's a little higher in price, but you find a little better items there, and you can list them for more. My theory is to try to double my money, at least double my money, if not more. If I don't double my money, I just feel like it's not worth the effort that it takes. It is a lot of effort to go to the thrift stores, hunt through all those clothes. Sometimes it can take 2 or 3 hours in one thrift store just looking through the clothes for the brand names that you're after. And it wears you out. It does me anyway. And I have to take a break in between that store and going to the next store to source, to kind of catch my breath a little bit. But you have to do that, and then you have to come home and you have to figure out what each item is, what it's worth, and what you're going to be asking for it. You have to take pictures. Make sure when you take pictures, you take measurements of your items. People like to know the waist size and the length of the jeans, and same with the shirts. They like to know across how wide it is, and then how long the shirt is as well. These are things that I have learned along the way, but you have to take pictures, and then you have to weigh your items to see how much the shipping is going to be on them. And it is a lot of work to get one item, and then put it onto 3 different sites. So your time is worth money, and you need to remember that when you're pricing. Also, don't price too low, because if you price too low, people are going to think that there's something wrong with the item possibly, and they'll shy away from it. Again, you don't want to price too high also, because if people see that your price is higher than everybody else's price out there, they're just going to ignore it. So the best thing to do is to see what everybody else is pricing that item at, and then try to price yours where you feel comfortable in that range where everybody else is pricing their items. That's a little bit on pricing. And that's about it for this first video. I'd like you to follow me on my journey. Feel free, if you've gotten this far in the video, to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Leave me any comments you want to leave, and I'll try to look at all of those. And in the link below, I'll put my link to my shops on eBay and Poshmark and Depot. And thank you for watching.